Basketball fans, welcome back. So in this game, Bangui Sporting Club, they beat the Ahly Benghazi team 96-93. This was a clutch game, and it was so good to see the Bangui Sporting Club just get on the win column. And right now they have a 2-2 record, 2 wins, 2 losses, as well as the Ahly Benghazi team. They also have 2 wins and 2 losses. So this is the second phase of the games, and you could see the Bangui Sporting Club, they matched up against the Ahly again, and right now they had data on what to do and what to expect when it came to matching up against Ahly Benghazi. So this game was good. The Bangui Sporting Club, they started off well, 15 points to start the first quarter against Ahly Benghazi 16. Then when it came to the second, that's when the Bangui Sporting Club, they just had a good game. They played well, and they had a quarter-high 32 points. And in the third, that's where they were able to pull away when they scored 24 points to Ahly's 14. And despite Ahly's last-hitch efforts to get back in the game, the Bangui Sporting Club, with their good defense, were able to outlast the Ahly Benghazi team. Bangui Sporting Club were good, especially with key contributions from Terry Darland. So Terry Darland, man, he had a very good game, very spectacular game, and he was one of the main reasons as to why they were able to get this result. His productivity, both on scoring, grabbing rebounds, and having an effective performance, especially as a player, effective performance as a player. He had a good efficiency over 33, and he had 26 points, 14 boards, completely just did his thing on that side. But the guy that took over, especially when it came to scoring, was Fulanganga. That guy was good, 30 points in there, and he was the guy for the game. But Terry Darland, that was the guy as well. He just could not miss in this game. And Bangui, when it came to shooting from the field, they got it. 48% shooting from the field, 57% shooting on 2-point field goals, 33% from deep. It was not the best. As the games have progressed, I've looked at a couple of games, and teams are really struggling to knock down the 3-ball. Not just Bangui, but also Ahly, and also the Ahly Benghazi team, and also the Oilers really struggled shooting the 3-ball. And I'm not sure what is going on there with that 3-ball, but not everyone is having a field day on that side from the perimeter, from downtown. Then from the line, the Ahly team, they led 78%, and that's the reason as to why they're able to pull through and just get back and make this game close, because they're not knocking down their threes and going to the line. They went to the line more times than Bangui, and even despite going more times, they're not able to cut the deficit and but they made this game close and interesting. But Bangui, this game, they had a determination. They led in rebounds, assists, and steals. 42 rebounds, 21 assists, and 6 steals. The only statistic that they lost was in the blocks. Bangui only had 2 blocks to Ahly's 5. And this was very good. It was a very good performance. I was closely monitoring Solo Diabate's performance, and Solo Diabate had a very poor game. 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. He led the Ahly Benghazi team in assists with only 5 assists, but Kari from Bangui Sporting Club, he led with 6 assists. But Terry Darland was just sensational. He was spectacular, and without his performance like that, I don't think this outcome would be like this, because Terry Darland was just everywhere on the defensive side of the ball, on the offensive side of the ball. You could see, especially with the rebounds. I know he didn't block. He didn't have a block party, but you could see he pulled down rebounds. He had 2 blocks. The only 2 blocks for the Bangui Sporting Club came from him, so he was good. Then Emeka from Bangui, he played heavy minutes. He didn't record a lot of blocks in there, but he did his thing. Despite Evans Ganapamo missing this game, it was a good performance from those guys. Then when you look at the Ahly Sporting Club, I don't know. The Ahly Benghazi team, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they go. I know they have a similar record to Bangui right now, because Ahly, the only team that Ahly Benghazi lost to was the Ahly Sporting Club, the defending champions, and they beat the City Oilers in Bangui in the first time they met. So looking at that, and looking at how they've started like the second round, so that they can determine the seeding, there's a high likelihood that they might drop from this 2-point position to the 3 position. So the only team that looks like has locked on to the number 1 spot is Ahly, the defending champions. Now, number 2, 3, and 4 spots, they just look up for grabs, and it depends on how the teams finish. If a team loses 2 games like that, they automatically know they're out. But it was a very entertaining game. I loved it. Even in the next video, I'm going to talk about the Ahly versus City Oilers game, which was spectacular. But this being that game, this game and the City Oilers versus the Ahly game, I can say they have lit a spark and made the games much more interesting. In the first few days when I was covering BAL, the games were not as competitive. I know there was only one classic game, Ahly Benghazi versus Ahly. That one was good, but the others were a bit slow in there, and teams did not know each other that much. But now, because the teams already have data on each other, it gets easier, and teams are able to know what to do and how to adjust. So yeah, this is a very good performance from Bangui. They even celebrated this performance like it was a championship, and rightfully so, because had they gone down in this one, it would have really, really put them down in the rankings, and they would have been battling for number 3 or number 4 spot. But nobody wants to be number 4 here. So being number 4 is not a good look at all for anybody. So the Ahly team, they have some serious work to do, because now they have to figure out a way to beat the City Oilers and the Ahly defending champions. The only team that Ahly Benghazi failed to beat was the defending champions, Ahly. And the City Oilers, coming off, as per recording of this video, already beating the Ahly team. That game just looks a bit much difficult, because the Ahly team, that defending champions, they got beat by City Oilers, so it puts a spanner in the works to the Ahly Benghazi team. So I'm not sure if they're going to be able to outlast both the matchup that they have left. But that's just my opinion. So do drop me your comments in the comments section what you think about this. This game was entertaining, and this game was awesome. And I must say, we're in for a ride in the Nile Conference. These final few games will determine the seedings and will determine who finishes where and what position. So if you guys like it, comment down below, like and subscribe, share, and know the BAL is here to stay. And just make sure to support your boy, help a brother out. I'm out. Peace.